y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mogi Beth. If you're new here, I am a full-time reseller on primarily the Poshmark app, which just means that I sell clothes online for a living, which is a job I absolutely love and a business I'm really excited about building and have been over the past 3 years or so. If you are back, thank you so much for continuing to watch these videos. It really does mean the world to me, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. If you did subscribe this past week, you are my favorite person. I had such an amazing amount of growth this past week, and honestly, just the whole time I kept being like, this is insane, this is insane, this is insane, because honestly, I'm just kind of shell-shocked that y'all really seem to like my content. So thank you, really, honestly, thank you. So today we have another source with me. I'm really excited to show y'all kind of the different places that I like to source. I take you in and out of the thrift store, the Nordstrom Rack, the buy sell trade store, and hopefully give you a little bit insight into what my sourcing process looks like. If you want to skip ahead through, you know, all of the coming along with me and checking in with me along the way, I will put the timestamp down below for when the haul starts, because we've got a haul of about 20 items. But without further ado, let's jump back in time to yesterday when I was starting out my sourcing little journey. Hey y'all, so I have been sick for the past couple days, so if I sound stuffy, that is why. But it is time for me to reemerge from my, bed, my cocoon, and get back to work. So today, I've had a late start. I've been cross-listing and all kinds of things, but we are going to go sourcing together. And there are 3 places that I want to hit up. It's in the afternoon, so I don't have tons of time, but hopefully we can find at least 20 things today. So I want to go to Nordstrom Rack. Clear the Rack is happening this weekend. Hopefully it's not too picked over because I've been sick and haven't been able to go. I went a little bit on Thursday because I am a Nordstrom Rack ambassador status, so I have early access to the Clear the Rack events, which is cool. You just get that by spending a lot of money, which I have done through reselling. I found a couple things from that Clear the Rack event, but I want to go back a little bit today, see if there's anything left over. I want to go to a Crossroads because I have $140 worth of credit there from trading in from my, bins finds, and I also want to go buy a Goodwill. So this is I'm kind of doing all the things. I'm doing a little retail arbitrage, a little bit of consignment store, a little bit of thrift shopping. So let's go. Hopefully, it's successful, but with days like this, you never know. All right. Let's get to it. Right when I walked into this thrift store, I realized they didn't have any carts, so I was left with one of those rolling baskets, and this one was so janky, one of the wheels did not work. So is the thrift life. Sometimes you win with a cart, sometimes you get the janky basket cart. Those were Forever 21. Those were pretty cute, though. This is Picolinos, which is a brand of shoes that I actually really like selling, but those are really too outdated. This is Ellen DeGeneres. Whenever you see that love on the bottom of the shoe, that's Ellen DeGeneres. And like I said last week, it doesn't really have a really high resale value. However, the boots probably do. But these were just not in good enough condition to look it up. But there's always exceptions to these rules. These are ASOS and super cute. But for some reason, I really cannot figure out ASOS. So I decided to leave those behind. Zara, for me, does well when I pick up really cute styles, but ASOS for some reason is hard to move. I don't really know why. Okay, these were exciting. The good thing about going to the thrift store on Sunday in Portland is that that's when the color tag switches over, and so it changed to purple, and guess what? These Sam Edelmans were purple, so I would not have picked those up for $19.99, but half off I will consider. These I almost picked up, but then the condition was not good enough to afford me that opportunity. Okay, so I filmed this because I wanted to talk about how this is one section of the thrift store where I oftentimes find really good stuff, and it's the area where people put stuff back after they've tried it on. I didn't end up finding anything in this section this time, but I just want to make the point to think of sections in the thrift store that you tend to neglect that might be harboring hidden gems, and try them out in the next few thrift trips that you make. Okay, so I'm going through the shorts section now, and if you haven't started shopping for shorts, definitely start now. Spring break is just around the corner. These were Mother, which I was initially excited to find, but then after looking at them, I was like, I don't think so. Printed denim does not do well, and when I later looked them up, they are actually jeans that someone had cut off, so that was a definite no. These are Adriana Goldschmidt shorts, Bermuda shorts. I don't like Bermuda shorts. And really, the ultimate litmus test for whether I pick something up or not is, would I wear it? Would I give it to a friend to wear? And if the answer is no, no matter what brand it is, I leave it behind, because ultimately I am, trying to help guide my customers to wear cute clothing. And if I myself don't think it's cute, how can I really sell it? You know what I mean? So these were denim overalls by Divided, which is a H&M brand, with overalls, which I do love selling. I just look at that button because looking at the tag is kind of cumbersome. So that's one little hack for looking through either jeans or overalls. If you don't want to dig for the tag, you can always just look at the button or the hardware. And if it's a good brand, it will be stamped on the hardware. So now I'm going through dresses, and this didn't end up being a particularly fruitful section of the thrift store this day. But I wanted to include this footage because from what I've heard from y'all, you like seeing what I pass on as much as you like seeing what I pick up. So there's a lot of LuLaRoe in here that I'm passing on. Karl Lagerfeld, which is coming up, is a brand that, retails for a good amount of money, but does not have much of a resale value. And I've thought about doing a video going over brands that retail for a lot of money, but resell for very little. If y'all are interested in that, let me know. That's my little janky cardigan. I think I found one dress in this thrift trip that you'll see later in the haul. But here I am going through the swimsuit section. I am all about swimwear right now. I just purchased swimwear for my trip to Mexico. It is a really well-performing category if you can find the right brands. So definitely don't skip on the swimsuit section. Okay, so that Goodwill was all right. I found one coat I'm really excited to send to the Rail, and then I found a few pairs of shoes. I'm at Nordstrom Rack now. I don't know how much I'm going to film in there, just because filming in there is it's not the same as a thrift store. Filming in a thrift store is still something that I'm getting used to, but I'll try to show y'all a little bit and show you my cart and stuff, and hopefully we find some stuff. Hopefully it's not too picked over. Fingers forever crossed. All right, here we go. Wow, look at that cart, y'all. You would never guess I only picked up 3 things. But that is how retail arbitrage goes. That's why it's overwhelming for a lot of people, because you're not determining what to pick up based off of what's desirable, because obviously you're coming across a lot of very cute on-trend styles. And in the thrift store, you're making the decision based off of style, mainly because the cost of goods is pretty even, more or less. But here you really have to do a calculation of your return on investment and your cost of goods. And so it's just a very different way of thinking than if you're thrifting or if you're at the bins. This is a Reformation skirt that I actually purchased and then ended up taking back because it had a hole in it. But actually checking comps on that skirt, it would have been a really good buy. But yeah, just to go back to what I was saying, retail arbitrage is not the same as thrifting. It's just a very, very different way of sourcing. And if you haven't yet, definitely watch my retail arbitrage strategy video. I'll link it up below or link it up somewhere on the screen. But it just has to be driven by data, has to be driven by research, it has to be driven by checking comps in the store and feeling like you're going to be able to meet your profit margin. Looking out of Nordstrom Rack, I got 4 things. I'm really tired, and I just realized Crossroads, today's Sunday, so Crossroads closes at 7, so it'll basically be closing by the time I get there. So I might stop by a Goodwill real quick, or I think I might just go tomorrow, get some thrifting done tomorrow morning. And the reason I really want to get more stuff, because I'm leaving town on Wednesday, I really want to photograph and inventory enough stuff so that I can list while I'm gone. That would be like really ideal. And so that way I won't have any kind of slowdown in my business. My boyfriend's best friend is doing shipping for us like midway through our week-long vacation, just so we can not go on vacation mode. On eBay, I'll just have to extend my handling time, which I need to figure out how to do. And then with Poshmark, I'll just make a sign in my closet that says shipping is delayed longer than usual. It'll take 4 days, so it'll still be within the window that Poshmark allows, but I'll just, put that up there so that people know. But yeah, 4 things, not too bad. I like the stuff I got. I had a whole cart full of stuff, and I really narrowed down because Clear the Rack just isn't, I think the Black Friday deal, I can get a lot more stuff just because it's half off. With this is 25% off, so there are some things that are just a little bit too high. A lot of the stuff that I was looking at actually was already on Poshmark. It was quite saturated already, so just something to always keep in mind with retail arbitrage is check comps. Like, don't get anything without checking comps, basically. It's kind of my rule of thumb, especially if you're gonna pay up. And then if you do, go home, check comps, and if it's not great, take it back. Like, get in your car, drive back, and take it back. Don't just eat the cost when you don't have to. Because Nordstrom does have a 30-day return policy, so that's great. But anyway, I might run by Goodwill, or I might go home. I'm not feeling 100% by any means. I still feel, can you hear it? I still feel a little sick, so I should probably just go home, but maybe I will run by Goodwill. Alright, well, I'm going to sign off here, but I'll check in with you tomorrow morning. I'm definitely going to go to Crossroads tomorrow morning, so we will meet then. Alright, bye. Hey y'all, it's the next day. I am on Hawthorne again at Crossroads. I also need to run by another Goodwill because I need to return some stuff. One being, the item I talked about in that anthropology haul. And the other item, I don't know if y'all want me to show you what I'm returning, but I'm returning this. I thought I found a Layla Rose dress, which is a really expensive designer and definitely a Bolo brand, if you can see that Layla Rose tag. But I didn't notice, I saw the Neiman Marcus, but for some reason I didn't notice the Target. Obviously Target collabs aren't worth, well, generally they're not worth very much. There are exceptions to that rule. Like, there are some that are very sought after, which I really don't know that much about, but I looked up comps on this one. This is not a sought after piece, and honestly I really wanted to send that Layla Rose dress to the Rail, and they won't accept Target collabs. I am gonna run by that Goodwill really quickly. I'll probably just go through a couple sections and hopefully find a couple things that I can use that credit towards, because when you return things to Goodwill here, they give you store credit, and that credit does expire, I think, after a month or so, and so I just like to use it as quickly as possible. We have a lot to do today, and it's already noon. I had therapy today. It was such a good session. Someday I'll come on here and talk about what it's like to own a business and deal with mental health at the same time. That's something I really want to talk more about on YouTube. If you're interested in that, comment down below. But anyway, let's go get some sourcing done. Then we gotta go steam, film the haul, get it listed. All right, let's go. At any buy-sell trade store, I focus on the sections where people are maybe going to be willing to pay more than $50 for an item, and jeans is definitely one of those categories. So I typically try to start in denim, but I treat buy-sell trade very similarly to retail arbitrage because you are going to be paying up for items here. So I apply that same kind of profit margin mentality here as well. Within every brand of denim, there are certain styles that do better than others. This was a pair of 3x1 denim that I did look up comps for, and it was really too saturated and not in high demand. The next section I headed to was the shorts and skirts section. Right now in Portland, it is cold, so people aren't really shopping for shorts in brick and mortar stores, which gives me the opportunity to pick them up often at half off because Crossroads does mark off their tags half off, which kind of lowers them into thrift store price range. but I didn't find any shorts this time around. This was a really cute Zara skirt with these cool contrasting prints. It wasn't marked half off, so I didn't consider it. It was just a little too high, but it was a unique enough piece that it really piqued my interest. I did find a brand that I mentioned in my Anthropology video. It was new with tags Hemant and Nandita, but they did have it marked up considerably. So when I looked up comps, it was just a too saturated of a piece and it wasn't selling for enough, so I left it behind. But just because it's a Bolo brand doesn't mean you always buy it. Okay, I spent way too long in that crossroads, like way too long. I don't know, and I didn't get that many things, so okay, I gotta run to Goodwill now. And yeah, I still have to do the haul and show y'all what I got, so let's go. Okay, so we're gonna do the haul, and y'all, I didn't, like I said, didn't find tons of stuff at that crossroads, but the things I did find, I am so excited to show you. However, I went to a Goodwill after that. I didn't find anything there. I returned some stuff. That happens a lot, like where I spent probably like 30-40 minutes looking for something, anything, and I didn't find anything. So, and that happens, and I just wanted to put that out there because not every day is a good day. Even when I do some of these sourcing with me videos, sometimes I don't publish them because it's like I didn't find anything, you know? So anyways, but the stuff I'm gonna show you, I have about 20 things I'm really, really excited about. So that first Goodwill that I went to, I found good shoes primarily, and I wanna show y'all the shoes. So the first pair are these Zara patent leather ballet flats. And this cut in the toe is really popular, and that's why I picked these up. These were half off. They do have a few flaws along the V-line cutout there. But I was looking at comps for these on Poshmark, and they're great comps. I tried them on because honestly I wanted to keep them, but this is a pair of shoes because they're flawed. I might list a little bit lower, but I'm really excited about it. And like I've said before, I love Zara shoes, and these don't even have the new tag or logo, but I just love these, and I'm super excited to get them listed. I think someone's going to love them, even though they do have that tiny flaw. I love them. Okay. Next, another pair of Zara shoes. These were also half off, which I was super happy about. And I actually thrifted a similar pair of shoes at completely different Goodwill. So I'll have two kind of straw Zara shoes going up in my closet soon. Oh, by the way, y'all have asked me. I have this stuff on my fingers because I got the marker out of the tag. Y'all have asked me so many times in my DMs and everywhere, how do I get the permanent marker out of my clothes? Well, at the Goodwills in Portland, they don't put permanent marker. They put marker that is water soluble. So I can just use a wet wipe to get that mark out. And if you're in Oregon, you can probably do the same thing where you just use a wet wipe, put a little elbow grease and get it out. And especially if the material of the tag is somewhat slick or shiny, it's easy to get out. If it's a cloth material like a Madewell tag, it's a little bit more impossible to get out. And if you wash it, it will come out, but I just don't have time for that. You'll see some of these Madewell tags, I didn't get it out entirely. However, if you are in a state or go to a thrift store where they use permanent marker on their tags, I will link down below the YouTube video I recommend most often. And it's one that I have used throughout my reselling journey whenever I go out of state to different thrift stores. Sometimes for whatever reason, they put permanent marker on their clothes. So it's a really good resource, and I'll just link that down below in the description, the YouTube video I used to get actual permanent marker out of clothes. It's not my YouTube video. Okay, so this is a pair of these straw woven mules that have this pointy toe. I'm absolutely obsessed with these. They're not my size. They have been worn, you know, are not in perfect condition. They're maybe a little bit, have like some fading maybe on the upper, but generally like I don't see any flaws like if they were worn from the outset. So I'm really excited about these. These are 41, and I think that would translate into a 10 in Zara sizing. Not completely sure. The next pair are these Anthropology shoes, and I've never found just straight Anthropology shoes before without them costing an arm and leg, but for some reason these were fairly priced. These are these really cute velvet loafers in a size 8.5 with this fun diamond or square print on them. This is a print that I feel like could really be a staple print, so I was super excited to find these. And like I said, Anthropologie, in my Anthropologie video, is really gearing more towards just their in-house brand. So when I found these, I knew they were recent style and I wanted to pick them up. And y'all, I'm still getting over a cold, so I really apologize if I sound stuffy. These shoes are Lulu's, and Lulu's is a brand that I'm actually becoming a little bit more bullish on, just a little bit. There's certain styles that I just find they don't sell for a lot, but they do sell quickly. So if I like it, if it's something I would wear, then I tend to pick it up and just experiment with it, especially if they are in excellent or new with tech condition. And these are in excellent condition, y'all. They have a little bit of wear on the outside, so they have been worn, but they just really don't have a lot on the heel, on the inner sole. So I want to pick them up. They are size 10 as well, and this clear strap is really in, so I thought I would give these a try. The next shoe you probably saw if you watched the whole Thrift With Me part. This was a Sam Edelman shoe that was half off, which I was super excited to find, with a suede upper. Has this lace-up detailing, which is so cute. They look like they've barely been worn, which is, you know, awesome for me. And they are size 7.5. So Sam Edelman is always a great brand to pick up if they're in excellent condition and a recent style, and you think they're cute. So love these shoes, really excited to get these listed as well. Okay, so I only found a few clothing pieces at that Goodwill, but the first one I found, I'm sending to The Real Real. A lot of y'all ask me, what is The Real Real? It's a online consignment store. Go to The Real Real, R-E-A-L. I probably pronounce it rail because I have a bit of an accent. The Real Real. Check it out. There's a really, really cool consignment concept that's really gaining in popularity. I think I'm gonna document my process of sending in this box because I still haven't sent in the items from last Source With Me. So I think I'm gonna just document the whole process of me sending in the stuff, how much it goes for, etc. And a few months down the line when that's all done with, show y'all what that looks like. But this was a brand that was kind of in my mental bubble list. I don't have a written one, that I was so excited to find. It is Philosophy di Alberto Ferretti, and it is on the Real Reals brand list. And also when I was checking comps, because whenever I find an item in the thrift store that is on the brand list for the Real Real, I still look it up on the Real Real app and see what these type of pieces are going for, because I don't want to send them things that, you know, I'm not going to make a lot of money on or potentially lose money on. Since I'm paying up for them, I'm not getting these items at the bins. So I looked up comps for coats by this brand and they seem to do really well. So I'm really excited about this. It's this really long, beautiful wool coat in this pinstripe. I think long coats are especially in right now, and so I am excited to get this sent there. I want to get it sent ASAP before coat season is really over for sure. The next thing I found was this new tag, Madewell. If you can see that, I couldn't get the marker out entirely. New tag top. This was actually in the skirt section, and it's just a really cute kind of square neckline, very 70s inspired top that I wanted to pick up. They didn't have it marked up very much, so I was like, okay, this is a perfect piece for summer. I really want to start incorporating more and more pieces for summer in my closet, so I went ahead, picked that one up. This is another one I couldn't get the marker out. Moth by Anthropologie, which tells me it's a newer style. I looked it up, and these comps looked pretty good, but because it's a size large, I really wanted to pick it up because I really need to incorporate larger sizes into my Poshmark closet. I'm really lacking in the larger sizes for some reason. So I was really excited to pick this up, and the fact that it was in immaculate condition kind of tells me that probably it was never worn, and especially since it's an ivory knit piece that like gets dirty really easily, very excited that I was able to pick it up without any flaws. So that was the last thing I found at that Goodwill. Then I went to Nordstrom Rack. I only found like 3 things there, which was kind of disappointing, but I don't ever want to buy anything retail arbitrage just because the sale is happening. You know, I want to make sure they are calculated decisions. So the first thing I got, these were marked oddly low. I don't know why, but they are a Madewell mom jean that I was super excited to find. This is a pretty popular style and it's in a size 33. So I really want to play around more with plus sizing and Madewell and Anthropologie. Those are two categories that I'm really curious about. So when I found these for a reasonable price, I was really wanted to get them. The next is a brand of denim, and by the way, denim is selling really fast for me right now, so I was focusing on denim. A brand of denim that I love, Mother. Yes, I'm really excited about Mother again. You can tell it's Mother because it has this M on the back pocket. These are actually a mid-rise black jean, and mid-rise I'm kind of iffy on, but this particular pair was carried by Revolve. It was carried by a bunch of different cool retailers, and it's a really cute pair of black jeans, so I wanted to give it a go. But the item I was honestly most excited to find, and I have this, I think, exact jacket in black. I own it. It is this pink suede motorcycle jacket. This is genuine suede by Blank NYC. Y'all know this is the only really thing I like to pick up from Blank NYC is their motorcycle jackets, especially when they're real leather. Vegan leather does great too, but you know, real leather always goes for more money. This particular colorway of this jacket is pretty rare. It has sold on Poshmark and comps look really great. But I absolutely love it. It is so beautiful, and so I was really excited to find it. I've sold it in an emerald green color before, and I really wish I would have kept it, but if this was a size small, I probably would keep it, but it's a size medium, and I'm really excited to get it listed, and it's one of those pieces that whoever buys it, just so excited for you, because I wish I was buying it. Okay. So then after that, I didn't film it, I don't think, but I went to another Goodwill after that. I was really tired after going to Nordstrom Rack, but for some reason I was feeling called to go to this Goodwill, and now I know why, because the first thing I found were Mother jeans. Oh, I was so excited, and these are a high-rise Mother jean. Again, the M on the back pocket, and there's no pulling on the crotch, which means it hasn't been washed incorrectly. That's something I have to look for with Mother jeans. They have a raw hem or a cut off hem. This is a size 24, and they're just like the perfect high-rise everyday denim jeans. So I was super excited to find these. I found another pair of jeans. I thought these were so cool, and I just watched Next in Fashion on Netflix, which is just like an amazing show. And so I'm like constantly trying to like think of, okay, how can I push my own like fashion sense out of the box? And when I found these super wide leg jeans by Zara, I'm like, these are so fun and out of the box. And after bringing them home and looking them up, a lot of bloggers have worn these. So these are Zara wide leg jeans with contrasting stitching, which you can see is this white stitching. It's really cute and really unique, really fun. Definitely for, you know, the fashion lover who wants to kind of play a little bit outside the box with their denim. So they're size 6. I'm so excited about those jeans, getting them listed. Okay, y'all, speaking of Next in Fashion, the first judge on that show was Monique L'Huillier, who I talked about in my Anthropologie video, because her kind of diffusion line, ML, I think it's ML Monique L'Huillier, is often sold at Anthropologie, but her dresses are really expensive. She's an amazing designer, and I found one. It's like she was just top of mind, and then I found one at the Goodwill. Let me show you the tag real quick. I'm going to send this to the RailRail. This is also ML Monique L'Huillier, which they do accept on the RailRail. So super excited about this dress. Okay, the next item that I found, which was just kind of like sitting at the end of a rack, was this really cute peplum polka dot blouse. I think it's from a really recent spring season, and it's got these like felt polka dots, which I thought was really cool. It's a size 00 and it's made well. And you know, I'm not a huge fan of tops, but I do want to incorporate a lot more cute tops, like tops that I think are just absolutely adorable into my closet for a lower price point to, you know, help people with bundling, because I want people to create bundles that they love at different price points, and I feel like that's what people do most often. So when I found this, I was like, yes, and actually was half off, and I was super excited. So cute. All right, and that's the last item that I found at that Goodwill. And then as y'all saw, I went to Crossroads, and these are the items. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to show you what I found at Crossroads. Oh, okay, so the first thing were these really cute Madewell wide leg jeans with this released hem, like really dramatic released hem. These are really on trend, I think, because they're super 70s and they're really cute. Size 28, and I looked up comps and they seem to be a really hot seller. Madewell denim, some styles definitely go for more than others. So whenever you find Madewell, just make sure you're still checking comps, especially if they have them marked up in whatever store you're in. This was actually hanging on the upper like display area in Crossroads, and so always make sure you're looking up there, because a lot of their best items, and they're not necessarily marked up more, but a lot of their best items are hanging up. And in the thrift store, the same thing goes, where a lot of the best items are behind the register, which I always forget about and honestly need to be better about. This is a Reformation jumpsuit. It is a size 2. The stock photo of this jumpsuit is so cute because this square neckline and low back, and it's like a kind of flared leg cropped silhouette. It's so adorable, and so I'm really excited to get this listed. I didn't find, you know, good Reformation pieces at Nordstrom Rack, which I was kind of bummed about, but you know, finding good Reformation pieces at Buy Sell Trade, I will take it. I love selling Reformation. But y'all, this dress is the best item from today's haul, because when I found it, I was like shell shocked, stopped dead in my tracks, because this is a brand that is 100% on my mental bolo list. I am dying to sell this brand, and really I want to pick up more and more pieces of it, and it was new at tag, which blew me away. So I'll go ahead and just show you this tag. Alexis. Do y'all know this brand? When it comes to expensive dresses, this is the brand to know. So excited. It does have a tiny flaw. So if you can see here, I don't even want to touch it, but there's a little bit of snag right there. So I'll just disclose that in the listing. But this dress is so gorgeous. It's this satin, this beautiful like bone, kind of ivory color satin with a corset type top and a sweetheart neckline. And it's a midi dress with this really dramatic slit at the bottom. It is just stunning. I was just so excited to find Alexis dress. Oh, so excited. And definitely marking that off my bolo list, but I want to find more. I love that brand. Okay, so next thing I found, and I heard on someone's YouTube video or someone's Instagram talk about Lululemon and how dresses is one category in which Lululemon really does well still. And I agree with that statement, and it's something that's always top of mind when I'm looking at Lululemon. And when I found this dress, I was like, yes, please, because y'all, it is new at tag Lululemon. It's called the Gone for the Week dress. Such a well-constructed dress, a ribbed turtleneck sleeveless dress that's got the logo on the back, of course. And I'm so tempted to keep it. It's a size small, and it will literally, I'm going out of town in a couple days, be the perfect airport dress. Like, so perfect, so comfy, but so like well tailored and polished looking. But I'm not gonna keep it, I'm gonna sell it. So if y'all are interested, it'll be in my Poshmark closet. But I'm definitely excited. Comps look great on that dress, so I was willing to pay up for it. Okay, y'all, I'm so sorry, but my camera did cut me off here. It will resume in a second, but this was the last piece I found, the last piece of the haul. It's an embroidered peasant top by Free People. It's got these tassels, beautiful fabric, and contrasting florals. I really love this top, and it was sold, you know, at Revolve. I think it was sold at other retailers as well, but was really excited to find that, and I'm excited to get all of these listed. So that is the haul. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite piece was. I mean, I think y'all can tell mine was the Alexis dress, but I genuinely love every single piece in this haul. And I think that's really the beauty and the excitement and the, you know, thrill of what I get to do for a living, is that I genuinely think these are like treasures that I get to mine for in all these different places in the city, and then get to sell online to people who find the beauty in them as much as I do. And like, I feel that connective like bond with me and my customers because we're on the same wavelength, we have the same style, and we're both just genuinely excited about clothes and the beauty of clothes and the beauty of these designers and the beauty of sustainability and giving these beautiful clothes a second life. So anyway, I could ramble on forever and ever, but thank you all for being here. I will see you in the next one. I'll be here again later this week with a what sold video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, love y'all so much. Have a fabulous week. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.